I don't give a fuck what you are going through right now. You will make it and you have to make it. There is no other option. You could be in the worst situation of your entire life. Think about it like this. If I make it through the worst situation of my life, a time period where I feel despair, where I feel defeated, where I feel like this is never going to work. This is never going to work. And I make it through this and I'm successful. Can you imagine just how that would change the world? Change somebody who needed to see that? Can you imagine that? A lot of us when we're going through just everything's difficult. Like we're around people that we don't relate to and that don't feed us, and then we're going through mental issues and we're dealing with trauma and we're dealing with people we don't like, and we're battling ourselves every single day. But you have to be a little bit crazy and you have to understand that this is part of the process. You have to love this shit. And I promise you, on the other side, you will get everything you ever wanted and more. There's things right now I'm going through, guys, that I know on the other side, once I get through all of this, I will have everything I ever wanted and more. And it won't even be about the material, because it's never about the material. We have to be able to face ourselves in the mirror as men. That's the whole fucking goal, purpose of this life, is to be self-fulfilled. You could have all the money in the world. You could have every type of badass chick and every nice supercar, and you could be driving around and you could feel fucking miserable. And you could feel empty. And you could feel like your life has no purpose. On this channel, I speak so much about destroying our vices, and not only am I proud of myself, but I'm proud of the guys who have subscribed to the channel, who share their stories of, defeating vices, running from vices, destroying vices, getting in the fucking gym, training hard as fuck. Because what else is there to do? You cannot not figure it out. You have to figure it out. And again, have the mindset that it will all work. Only pessimists and people that never succeeded in their life would ever tell you otherwise, which is majority of people. But you can't have that mindset, because for every, let's say 100 people, let's say 98 of those people failed, whatever that means, right? Let's say they failed. You have to have the mindset that you will be that one or two, or maybe that one. Because all of those other people, they gave up. That's it. They gave up on their dreams. They gave up on their aspirations. Life just kept on just beating them in the fucking head, and they just stopped because they couldn't take it. And on your way to success, you're going to feel this multiple times at different places, and it's going to feel like, what is the point? But you have to keep going. No matter what it is, if you're getting in shape, keep going until you get to where you need to get to. You never stop until you get to where you need to get to. And once you even get there, you're going to want to keep going. That's how this shit works. Once you make the money that you want to make, you're going to want to keep going. Why stop? And again, by that time, it's not even about the physique. It's not even about the money or your relationship with God or the relationships around you. It's not even about that. It's that you have gotten through where majority of people will quit. And unfortunately, most people won't get this message. They won't receive it and actually use it, because life has beaten them up and they accept that. But you have to be the person to show everyone around you that it's possible. It doesn't matter what you're doing. It doesn't matter if you're the first person to go to college, or the first person to start a successful business, or the first person to get in great shape. Be that person. Be the person that changes the way people see life. That's where you will find true fulfillment, is by giving to others eventually. But to give to others, you have to have it within yourself. You have to build that up. You see, when I was 16, 17 years old, I was always looking for somebody to come save me. I was always looking for people to help me. And it wasn't until I grabbed my nuts and I was like, no one is going to come help me. I need to get a coach, get people around me that know how to train, and I need to get to work. And I started doing 2-3 hours gym sessions when I was 18 years old, 19 years old. Had no idea what I was doing. I used to do incline bench, flat bench, and then decline bench, all in one workout in the summertime. No idea what I was doing, but I was trying. I was trying and I was failing, and I was trying and I was failing. Even though the tempo was way too quick and I was just pressing that shit up and down, it still grew. I still got stronger. And as I got older, I got wiser. I started to slow down the tempo so I could actually build my chest, actually feel the contraction. But you'll never know until you actually try. You might be in business right now, or relationships, and you've never even tried. You've never been in a relationship for more than a few months, or it's been years since you've been in a relationship because you're scared. You're scared of dealing with your emotions, of dealing with the emotions of another person. You don't want to go through the process. You don't want to lose. Same thing with the business. Same thing if you're trying to be the first person to go to college, you have to go all in. And you might lose. You might lose that relationship. You might fail the business. You might not go through college, or you might realize that that's not what you want to do. And then you'll have to figure out what the fuck you need to do to get to the next level, to make money, to have a fulfilled life. But every person is going to go through this. And I promise you, you just have to keep going, and you can never, ever give up in this life. You can never give up. This is John the Only. I'm sending blessings always. Peace.